Good morning. Welcome to the 2022 Southeast Louisiana Football League 12U All-Star Game. We'd like to first give special recognition and thanks to Mayor Leroy Sullivan of the city of Donaldsonville, Coach Brian Richardson of Donaldsonville High School, and Coach Percy Cargo of the Donaldsonville Youth Tigers for hosting today's events. We'd also like to give special recognition to our Southeast Louisiana Football League board members, President Willie Coleman, Vice Presidents Raphael Neal and Ralph Haynes, Special Advisor Mr. Montero Bradford, the directors and of officials, and all of its member teams. We also like to give special recognition to all of our coaches, parents, guardians, volunteers, and supporters, because without you, football could never happen for these young men. So we'd just like to thank all of the people who make football possible for our youth today. Good morning and welcome to Donaldsonville, Louisiana, as we play the Southeast Louisiana Football 12U All-Star Game. Caleb Williams set to kick off, and the onside kicks. We're waiting to see who recovered. And it seems like the South has recovered. The South All-Stars will be wearing the white uniforms with the black bottoms, and the North will be wearing the blue. Just a reminder that this All-Star game, it pits the 50 best 12U football players in our league in the North, or 25 in the North Division, 25 in the South Division. So you're going to see the best of the best here today. So we have the South All-Stars here lined up, and the referee blows it ready for play. They shift, and seems like we have a procedure issue here going on, probably dealing with equipment and safety. So again, this is the 50 best players in Southeast Louisiana, period. Got some great players on both sides of the ball, and it proves to be, it's going to be a great day today. It's going to be some good football. You're going to see a nice, well-played football game. So as they sort it all out, the South All-Stars are in some type of bunch formation to the right with their receivers. And again, the referee just getting everybody on the same page as we begin this All-Star game. Like I said, it seems to be a little confusion here as the players converse, the referees converse. Here we go. It seems like we have Becknell. We have Chris Becknell behind the center, and he fumbles. And it seems like the South has recovered, which will bring up a second and about 20 from the South's 42-yard line. Not a great way to start the game, but hey, it's the beginning of the game. It's pretty cold out here, and just those pregame jitters probably just getting in the way. But guarantee you, folks, it won't be like that the entire game. So the South comes out, the pro left formation, hands off. Duhan hands off to number 7, Gardner, around the left end. He's stopped by number 26, Elijah Causey. Loss of about 2 would be third down and about 22. South comes out again in that pro left set. Dewey back to pass. Wow, what a great catch. But, whoa, out of bounds. Man, great catch by number 3, Chris Becknell. Just a little bit too close to the boundary. And even though it was a fabulous catch, the pass will fall incomplete, which will bring up fourth down. Fourth down and 22 for the South. Quarterback keeps around right in. Picks up about 15 yards before he was stopped by number 2, Ulysses Powell of the North. "15 yards is a little bit shy of the mark, so the North will get the ball and turn over on downs. Great play and great run by the quarterback, but just not quite enough. So the North will take over first down and 10 from its own 44-yard line. First and 10. North comes out in a 2-by-2 set. As a way for the referee to blow it ready for play. There's a snap and a dive to number 1, Alec Buckles, stopped by the defensive end, number 9, Charles Tobias. Brings up a second down. See the North bringing in players and kind of running out of time here. North timeout. Timeout on the field. North will come back when they come back. Welcome back. The North comes back out of the timeout. 2-by-2 set, second and 9. They're running option around right in. Number 26, Elijah Causey, tackled by number 21, Caleb Williams, will bring up a third down and 15 for the North. So the North seems to have trouble running personnel in and out. It's to be expected when you only have a couple practices with an all-star group. You better hurry and get set. And there you have it, a delay of game for the Blue All-Stars. The North brings up third in the lot for the North All-Stars as they hurry to the line. Quarterback drops back and scrambles and is sacked by the defense. A heavy pressure up the middle, and and the ends will force the North into a 4th down and a good bit. Got to give a lot of credit to that South defensive front who just pinned their ears back and got after the quarterback when they know they had him behind the sticks. It brings up a 4th down and a bunch. As we see the North come up to the line, and the North gets another delay of game penalty. And they got to kind of make decisions a little quicker in order to not get way behind the sticks. So it'll be about a 4th and 34 as they set up in the punt position formation. The ball is kicked, nearly blocked. Fielded by number 2. It's quickly brought down by the North, but there is a flag on the play near the punter, which will probably be running into or roughing the kicker, and will result into automatic 1st down. So the not all bad here. The North does get another possession here to try to make some headway here in the first half. The ball will be placed on about the 28-yard line, 1st and 10, North All-Stars. North All-Stars come out in the 2x1 pistol set. Hands off to the running back, who will lose the ball going down. But it's being ruled down by contact, which brings up a 2nd down and about a 9. So a little saving grace for that North group. Brings up a 2nd down and 9 as they hustle to the line of scrimmage out in a 2x2 set. Quarterback gives the signals. He drops back, laterals to the slot receiver, is missed and ruled incomplete. The pass was intended for number 4, Desmond Flowers, to bring up a 3rd and 9 with about 52 seconds remaining in the first quarter. North comes out in a 2x1 set. Oh, no, it looks like a 2x2 set. Another quick pitch to the running back. It's quickly swallowed up by number 9, Charles Tobias. I tell you what, that kid Tobias really solidifies that end, and anything that comes that way, man, he is on it. And that will be the end of the first quarter with your score. North 0, South 0. We'll be back in a little bit. Back to action here in the second quarter. North with a fourth down, run by McGee. Forced out of bounds by number 3, Becknell, but there's a flag on the play. See what this penalty is. The penalty will be on the North. Penalty will be declined by the South, and they'll take over on downs. So good run by McGee to get some plus yards, but negated by the penalty on fourth down, which will bring up a fresh set of downs for the South. Well, they'll be 1st and 10 from the North's 28-yard line. The South will come out and I-pro set. South with a dive, our number 30, Latrey Love for minimal gain. Bring up second down. Second down and about 9. Ball resting on the 27-yard line. Again in the I-pro set. Handoff again, off tackle to Love. Picking up at about 2 yards. Bring up 3rd and 7 from the 26-yard line of the North. 2 straight run plays, up the middle and off tackle. Gains them a few yards. Let's see what they have for third down. Again in that I-pro set. There's a fake and pass out into the flat to number 23, Bates. And he'll take it all the way down to the 2-yard line of the South, of the North. Great play call there. Baiting the guys in with the dive and the off tackle. And then with the play action pass into the flats, will take them all the way down to the 2-yard line, which will bring up 1st and goal from the 2-yard line. We got a heavy set to the left. Look like a little wildcat. Run to the left by Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams with a touchdown. In fact, I'm sorry, that's not Caleb Williams. That is Dewey. The quarterback keeps for a score for the South. Great job, great execution, going for the extra point. There's a dive by Caleb Williams, and he gets in for the score. The extra point is good. Your score: North All-Stars 0, South All-Stars 7. We'll be back in 2 and 2. Welcome back to the SELFL 12U All-Star Game, where we have the South, who just jumped ahead 7-0, are kicking off. And we have whistles all over the place. I think that the referees weren't ready for play, so I believe they'll kick it over. The scoring drive before this kickoff led to a 2-yard touchdown by Devin Dewey and the extra point try by Caleb Williams, which brings us to the 7-0 score that we have right now as the South tees it up and gets ready for the kickoff. We're waiting for the ready to play from the White Hat. Kicking off will be Caleb Williams for the South as he gets the ball ready. And there we go. Ball's kicked, and it's loose. Looks like it's recovered by the South. Number 56, Cornell Porter, with the recovery. So South gets a gift here and will retain possession. Great job, great onside kick, great execution by the South All-Stars as they'll take the ball on the 50-yard line. First down and 10. South comes out in the pro right set. Dewey back to pass, and it's incomplete. Ball broken up by the safety. Great job by the North All-Stars to get in the way of that quick slant. This will bring up a second down and 10 for the South All-Stars. That last pass was intended for Chris Becknell Jr. Second and 10. Again, the South comes out in the pro right set. Dewey steps back to pass. He pulls it down. He runs, loses it, gets it back, and gets swallowed up by the defense. And amidst it all, looks like he gained 1 before he's brought down here. Should bring up a third down and about 9. On the North's 49-yard line. Again, we see here our defenses are doing a very, very good job on both the North and the South, especially that defensive line. It's very, very pivotal in the success of a defense. So we got the South coming out in the pro right set again. They shift to a 2-by-2 look. Empty. We got a pass and we got an incomplete. Oh, we got the DB and the slot receiver kind of got tangled up there. No call, which will bring up a 4th and about 9. And you got to think, since they're coming out in that 2-by-2 set, they'll probably come back to it because they must have seen something that they could take advantage of. And again, they go from that pro set to the 2-by-2 set up, and they're coming right back at it. And the pass a little long in the seam. So that was 4th and 9. We got a turnover on downs. The North All-Stars will start out 1st and 10 from their 49-yard line. As we await the North All-Stars to come to the line, we'd like to thank all the parents for allowing the kids to be a part of this great event here. We have a 2x2 set, and my goodness, we have a dive going up the middle that gets stopped immediately. There was definitely an assignment that was missed. Tackled by Charles Tobias. And actually the ball came loose and is recovered by the South All-Stars. My. Those are the ones you like and or hate to see, depending on if that's your team. So we got a 1st and 10. 1st and 10 for the South All-Stars. Ball rested on the 45-yard line. We got a quarterback keep. And man, that's the skills that you cannot teach. Either you got it or you don't. And Mr. Dewey definitely has it. Makes about 4 or 5 kids miss. Make sure that he gets positive yards. Make sure he has that forward lean, and also gains a 1st down. Great run by Devin Dewey on the quarterback keep. So the South All-Stars will be playing 1st down and 10 from the 33-yard line. South is in a pro right set. Handoff to the running back. And we have a great open field tackle by number 4, Desmond Flowers. He'll be stopped for a loss there, which will bring up 2nd and about 14 for the South All-Stars. Great open field tackle by Desmond Flowers of the Baker organization. And then, too, you saw a lot of those defensive guys rallying to the football, which is something that we teach, and it's just good football. So we bring up 2nd down, about 14. From the 37-yard line here. And we have a flag, delay of game, on the South All-Stars. Just took a little bit too long to get out of that huddle after a negative play, which will bring up about a 2nd down and 20. They stay in the pro right set, do it back to pass. Pass incomplete. Pass looked like it was thrown into double coverage. Broken up by number 2, Powell. Ulysses Powell from the Tangy Cubs. Brings up 3rd down and 20. I-Pro set. Play action pass. Pass to Bates, incomplete. In the flats. Not a bad throw there, just a little bit out of the outstretched arms of Bates in the flats. Will bring us to 4th down and 20. And we have a timeout. Timeout, South All-Stars. Welcome back as we come back from the timeout, which is score 7-0. South All-Stars. South All-Stars have the ball now on the 42-yard line of the North, playing 4th down and 20. They come out in the I-Pro set. Dewey back to pass. And right over the outstretched arms of Becknell, that'll be a turnover on downs. But not a bad pass, just a little high out of the outstretched arms of Becknell. This will be 1st down for the North, as they'll take over 1st and 10 from the 42. We'd like to take this time while we can to thank President Willie Coleman for a great year this year. We'd just like to thank Mr. Coleman and the entire board, SEFL board, for doing an outstanding job of managing and making football great for our kids. We got a quick pitch to the right. Great quick pitch, great gain for the running back. Pick up of about 10. That'll take us to halftime with our score. The North All-Stars 0, South All-Stars 7. And we'll be back after this break. Welcome back to the Southeast Louisiana Football League 12U All-Star game, where we have the North trails by seven points to the South. And to begin the second half of play, we'll have the North All-Stars to kick off to the South. Caleb Williams back deep for the South as we get ready and underway for the play. Very, very good play the first half. Pretty evenly matched teams. The South scores on a 2-yard scamper, but with a great play prior to that. And we have the kickoff. And it's recovered by number 7 of the South, Gardner, down at about the 35-yard line, where the South will take over 1st and 10. And it'll be interesting to see how the South plays with this first drive with a 7-0 lead to start the second half. We're wondering if they're going to remain on the ground with Dewey, or are they going to go to the air and try to open the offense up a little bit. So here we have it 1st and 10 on the 35-yard line. South will be taking over. South in their pro set as they shift to a 2x2 spread set, going empty. Ball goes in the air. Pass complete to number 7, Dewey, from Dewey to Gardner. About a 5-yard pickup. It brings up 2nd and 5 from the 40-yard line. And as we can see, they come out passing the ball. A little quick dump in the seam to Gardner from Dewey. Seems like this South All-Stars are trying to just pick up the tempo a little bit as it relates to the pace of the game. South comes to the line of scrimmage. They shift back into the empty 2x2 set. And it's a quarterback draw by Dewey. Stop for a loss. We'll bring up 3rd and 9. Brings up 3rd and 9 from about the South All-Stars 36-yard line. Pretty stout defense by the North, getting a big push in the middle and a big stop by those big guys up front. And it seems as if the South took a little bit too much time, penalty delay a game on the South All-Stars. Will bring up about 3rd and 14. The ball will rest on the South's 31-yard line. South's back to pass. Pass is incomplete and a little long by Dewey. Pass intended to Burrow. Brings up a 4th down and about 14. Again, we've seen on this series here, the South try to spread the North out and hit the seams, kind of change the tempo, open up the ball game a little bit. Timeout for the South. But we have the North here that kind of holds strong. Defensively with a big push, a lot of pressure. As we take this timeout, we'll take a timeout. Be back in a minute. Welcome back to 3rd quarter action here. We have the South All-Stars with a 4th and 14 from the 31-yard line. South back to pass. And we have a sack here. Sack by the defensive line of the North. Great play, great push by the North All-Stars to get a big-time play on this first series of the second half. Let's see if this will be a shift in momentum for the North All-Stars as they take over the ball on the 25-yard line. This may be the spark that they need in order to scratch on the scoreboard. As we wait for the teams to get on the field here, we'd like to acknowledge and thank the city of Donaldsonville High School for the use of these beautiful facilities. It's really nice and it's top notch. So big ups to City of Donaldsonville, Central Parish School Board, and Coach Brian Richardson at Donaldsonville High School. All right, North comes to the line of scrimmage in a 2x2 set. As Mr. Tucson our head referee blows the game ready for play. 2x2 set with one back. And we have a big stop in the backfield for a loss. Talk about number 56, Cornell Porter. Bring up second down and about 14 from the 29-yard line. As the North hurries to get the plays in. Again, the North comes out in a 2x2 set. Make a big quick pass to the left. Ball goes in, falls incomplete. We'll set up a third down and 10. Well, actually, not in 10, in about 14. Third down and 14 from the South's 29-yard line. Not exactly what we were expecting from the North, but hey, these are the All-Stars. They are the best of the best. It only takes one play for them to get back into the game. 2x2 set. Quarterback drop backs the pass. Throw the ball downfield on the left side. Intercepted by number 3. That's Chris Becknell. He'll return the ball down the sideline to about, to about the 42-yard line. But wait, there's a flag on the play. Becknell intercepts that ball and returns it for about 25 yards. All right, before he's forced out of bounds. Let's see what the flag is. Usually a flag back there will be a legal block in the back, and that's what it was. On the return, the ball will be placed on what looks like the 10-yard line. The South All-Stars will take over. 1st and 10. So great play by the South to take that ball out of the air. And even a really good run back, however, is negated by a block in the back. Just a little overzealous and maybe losing sight of where the runner was whenever you're making that block. Remember, always or never block when the runner's in front of you. The South takes over 1st and 10 on the 10-yard line. After the penalty, they come out in that pro set. They run the dive and swallowed up by that defensive line. Stopped at about the line of scrimmage, maybe a gain of 1. As the South will take over 2nd and 9. Again, these defenses are really, really stout, man, doing a really, really good job of stopping the run, especially one that's going straight up the middle. South comes out in that pro set. We have a run around the left end. And forced out of bounds. And it looked like we have a penalty on the play. Usually in the area of holding. And that's what it'll be. Holding South All-Stars. Bring them back a little bit. We'll replay 2nd down. Again, sweep around left end. Cut back. And he'll be tackled. Run by number 2. That's Beck now. But there's a penalty on the play. That's face mask on the defense. That'll bring up an automatic first down for the South All-Stars. With 1:44 left in the third quarter. The referees will march off that first down, and it'll be 1st and 10 for the South All-Stars. Ball will be placed on the 23-yard line of the South. Two-by-two set. Empty. Dewey back to pass. And it'll fall incomplete. Brings up a second down as we near the end of the third quarter. Again, the South All-Stars are looking to pick up the pace a little bit by kind of throwing the ball around a little bit. Just haven't seemed to be able to find that rhythm. However, like I said, this is the All-Stars, man. It only takes one play, one big play to just really bust it wide open. So we'll continue to see what the South All-Stars have in store. We have a second down play. Second down pro set. Pass up the middle is incomplete, intended for Chris Beck now. A little slant in the slot. Just a little bit short. What brings up third down and 10. South comes out, and that pro set again with the split backs, pistol formation. Dewey drops back to pass, pulls it down, scrambles, and gets a big block there, cuts it back, and gets a little help for a first down. But wait, I think there's a flag on the play. And again, that flag will bring it back. That'll be holding on the South All-Stars. We'll play third down with about 10 seconds left in the third quarter. Ball was placed on the 11-yard line, which will bring the quarter to a close. South All-Stars 7, North All-Stars 0 as we end the third quarter and going into the beginning of the fourth. Be back in 2-2. Third down and a bunch as we start the fourth quarter action. South comes out in a 2-by-2 set, empty, with Dewey behind the center. He drops back the pass, pulls it down, and it's a draw. Dewey gets a pretty good gain, but he's stopped at about the original line of scrimmage. We'll bring up about 4th and 11. Fourth and 11 at the South's 23-yard line. Let's see. The South hasn't punted at all today, and I think because it's an All-Star game, I don't expect that they will. So 4th and 11, they'll probably go for it, as they do. South comes up to the line of scrimmage in their pro set. Dewey behind center. Split backfield. Dewey drops back to pass. Looking for that hitch and go. He pulls it down and he runs it. Pickup of about 2, but not quite enough, as the North will take over on downs. Good job by the DBs of the North to stay with that hitch and go and not bite, as Becknell tries to run the hitch and go. So we have 1st and 10 for the North on the South's 27-yard line. North comes out what looks like a Wildcat set. Run around left end for a gain of a couple. Good job and good pursuit by the South. What brings up about 2nd and 8. Again, good work by number 56, Cornell Porter, working flat down the line like you teach those defensive tackles to do when the play is going away. So again, 2nd down and 8 for the North All-Stars. North comes out in that Wildcat set again. Wingback reverse. Fumbled, but recovered on the play. And we have a flag as well. Unsportsmanlike conduct on the South. Allow the North to get a 1st down. Ball will probably be placed at about the South 15-yard line, but we have a timeout. Timeout, South. We'll be back when they be back. North comes out of the timeout in the 2x2 set. Swing pass to the left, to the back out of the backfield. Hunter stop for a loss will bring up 2nd down and 15. Ball rests on the South's 20-yard line. And again, you got to think that any pass for the North has to be downfield. But I assume that he's doing that just to get the quarterback comfortable throwing. But again, you got to be downfield. It brings up 2nd down and 15. On ball resting on the 20-yard line. 2x2 set. Quarterback drops back. Hit as he throws. And it's intercepted by number 5, Nick Roy. Great play by Cornell Porter, number 56, hitting the quarterback as he throws, which led to the interception. But we do have a penalty flag on the play. Let's see what it is. Unsportsmanlike conduct on the return team. That will back the South up as they get the ball. That will bring on a 1st and 10 for the South All-Stars. Ball will rest. Ball will rest on the 10-yard line. Dewey under center, rolls out to the right, makes a pass, and is incomplete. Pass intended for Adams, broken up by Elijah Causey. Great play, great coverage. Bring up a 2nd and 10 from the 10. .403 left in the game. South comes to the line. And they're pro set. Timeout. North All-Stars. We'll take a break as they take a break. Welcome back to 4th quarter action. 2nd and 10 from the 10. Dewey under center. Dewey pulls it down. North gives chase. And we have a big gain by Dewey before he's brought down. But we do have some laundry on the field. Let's see who it's against. And it is, the initial call is holding. On the South All-Stars. It is a spot foul, so the penalty will be assessed, and the ball will be placed on the 15-yard line, bring up 2nd down. As a White is kind of a little disarray here, trying to get set up. And the South will call a timeout. We'll take a break as they take a break. Picking up action after the timeout. South All-Stars hands off to Becknell. Round left in. He's forced out of bounds. Brings up about 3rd and about. Brings up a 3rd down. 3rd and about 9. Great job of the North forcing them out of bounds for a loss. Great pursuit to the ball. South All-Stars come to the line of scrimmage with 3rd and 9 play here. Come out in that pro set. Do it back to pass. Pass falls incomplete, just a little far for number 2, Harris. Bring up 4th down at about 9 with 2 minutes left in the ball game. One thing that we do notice is that the South All-Stars is controlling the in the time area. They've held the ball for most of the 4th quarter. In spite of a lot of penalties, they do move the ball, which works in their favor as they keep the North All-Stars from getting possessions. So we have a 4th down here. We have Becknell at quarterback. He's running around right in. He picks up enough for the 1st down. Great run by Becknell, who kind of turns something into nothing. And that's what All-Stars do. Great run, great play by Becknell. Brings up a 1st and 10 for the South All-Stars. Ball will be resting at the South's 29-yard line. Two-by-two set. Becknell at quarterback. Pass incomplete. Intended for Dewey. .143 left in the contest. It brings up 2nd down. Again, ball resting on the 28-yard line of the South. 2nd down and 10. As the South comes up to the line of scrimmage, the 2-by-2 set. Becknell at quarterback. Runs around left end. Stopped at about the 43-yard line. And that will be another South 1st down. It's something about getting your best athlete or one of your best athletes at quarterback and letting them run. It always, for most organizations, proved to be a good and positive thing. We got 1st down and 10. And Becknell on the center, or behind center rather. 2-by-2 set. Back to pass. Throws. And it's incomplete. Pass intended for Dewey. Brings up a 2nd down and 10 in the waning moments of this game. We need to take this time to take our hats off to the secondary of the North. They've been doing a good job staying with the South's athletes and knocking down passes or just being in the vicinity to make things hard for the receivers to catch. So big ups to the North and their secondary. They're doing a fabulous job. 2nd down, 2-by-2 set. Becknell taking off around right in. Ooh, big run, big block. And he gets pushed out of bounds at the 12-yard line. That's got to be about 100 yards rushing for Becknell, or total 100 yards total offense for Becknell, as he scampers all the way down to about the 12-yard line. on that play. Let's see. As time dwindles down, it's 1st down and 10 for the South All-Stars. As they come to the line in the waning moments of this game, Becknell receives, hands off to number 30, and he's stopped. Bring up a 2nd down, and folks, I think that may be the last play of this game. And that'll be your ball game. With your final score being in your 12U Southeast Louisiana Football League All-Star celebration, your score, the South 7, the North 0. I'd like to thank everybody for supporting Southeast Louisiana Football League football in all of the age groups, and we hope to see you next year.